People, it's BuddBeggs here, and welcome to a very special video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a tour of all of my things that I've gotten over the past year or so. It's kind of like my, well, it's going to be my collections video and tour of my workshop and all that stuff. So for 2014, and I know it's totally only 15 right now, but yeah. So it's going to be my collections video for 2014, and I just forgot to do it, so I'm going to do it right now. And I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, it all goes okay. So, without me talking too much more, I'll go ahead and start the tour. So, here we go. All right. So, when you first walk into the room, here's what you see. It is my garbage can. Oh, never mind. It is my workbench with my paint and all that stuff on it. And so, anyways, starting off over here on the left side. Well, first of all, there's the door, and there's a trash can. Just have a metal can with all my stuff like garbage in it. I got that bucket over there with some tape on it for the light, and in that lamp right there is a pretty decent LED like light thing. It's supposed to be day glow or whatever. That's really good for filming. I've got one in this lamp right here too, and this lamp right here aims down right onto my back when I'm sitting right here and working. So if I want to ever film something in the studio, which I'm pretty much, if you watch my videos, you know that I do some filming in the studio right here. Not in the studio, but it's like my workshop. But so that's that. Over here, it's just the table I have right here. It's just a table I can sit down at. It's a coffee table. It's like an old Japanese coffee table or something or whatever. So over here I've got my those two air duster can things that are empty. Right there I got like a rust protection kind of thing. I just bought it because I saw it on like a shelf and I thought it might work, and it doesn't, so don't do that. Right there I got my can of WD-40. Use that in case I ever run out of this right here, or on something. Just maybe I use it on some like not plastic, metal components that move. But mostly I would use that Power Shot, Duratrax Power Shot electric motor cleaner. I can't have enough of that. I always need to go buying cans and stuff of that. Also, like what I can't have enough. Sorry, the lamp's in the way. Simple Green. Here, let me kind of just get it out for you. I use this stuff so much. I don't. It's not constant. It's not the. I didn't dilute it or anything. This is just. Let's see. Focus right there. This is all-purpose cleaner. It's not diluted. You can dilute it, but I just, does it well anyways. So can't have enough of that. And that Track Power Speed Wash thing pretty much washes any dirt off plastic parts. So it's really good for that. Over there I've got some shock oil, some paints, and some batteries. I have two 2S lipos and some nickel metal hydrides. And, I really only have 2 batteries, and that's what there are right there. Those are really ones that I only use. I use some of the nickel metal hydrides from time to time, but really I don't. I only use the lipos. Right there I've got my High-Tech X1 charger. Now, the story behind this is, I might have covered it sometime in the past, a whole long time ago. The story behind this is I bought a first one, it failed. I went back, got a refund, got the same one that failed again. Went back, got a refund, and this is the 3rd time. So, yeah. They're supposed to be really reliable, but I just had bad luck in the beginning, so that's what that was. Right here I've got my lamp. This is another LED, but it shines in all directions. Got some more paints, like a cream cheese container of tools and stuff and parts. Masking tape. This box right here is one of my battery boxes, but I've conveniently made it into a nice little toolbox for most of the tools that I use. So I would have my wheel nuts or whatever, all that stuff in there. So hopefully this will close. And I carry that with me in the field whenever I go out bashing, just in case I need to do extra repairs. Paper towels, always nice to have. Some gloves, and in there I got a receiver for my radio and electrical tape. That's the battery drill charger right there, and my soldering station. Over here, I've got some spare bodies, spare radio, and a few tires and wheels, and a bunch of whatnot or whatever. I keep a bunch of bags. I keep all the tire bags too. If you don't know that, the Proline bags actually will keep your tire fresh, so I keep all those. I keep pretty much all the boxes just to see that you know what I have. That's my big bucket. That's the main bucket of tools. That's my big bucket right there. Very handy in case I go on a trip. I can just pick that up and take it, put it in the car. My homemade tripod for filming with my camera. In there I've got the manuals and all that stuff. In here I've got some adapters for different chargers and stuff, and a broken fan. Maybe sorry about the shaky camera right there. There we go. It's focusing. Alright, so in there, just a bunch of paperwork, manuals. I kind of added like a little box station right there so I can sit there and turn this way if I want to. In here are bits for that. I've got like a hex key bit thing and some solder, and that's pretty much it right here. And there's some spare parts back there. Inside this bucket right here, basically it's just spare parts and some drywall tape and stuff like that for body maintenance. Close that. Now moving on right here, this is not really part of the studio, it's just like a really old couch. As you can, there's duct tape right there. In there, underneath the couch, I have some boards and stuff I use for studio. You really haven't seen that at all. Moving on to right here, my second workbench, or not the second, well, my very first ever workbench. I've got a lamp right here. Got a window. As you can see, there's still some snow on the ground. Got a clock. I believe I bought a lot of this stuff. There's this clock. I have a stand for the TV or something like that, and a bunch of stuff I bought at a yard sale at my church or something, and I got them all for like $20, so it was a pretty good deal. Got some body clips in here, and in those drawers, just full of junk and random bits and stuff. Right here, that's the Slash box. I got a few bodies that I've made custom, and then now we're going to start to get into the cars. Actually, wait, before one more thing, if you're wondering about that, or like I got a sound system in there, playing music. That's my lotion. And that bean can right there was like a thing I was using for a stand for my cars or whatever. But now I have one under there. And under that table there's a bunch of parts and like bits and pieces and stuff, so yeah. Moving on, I've got a fan for the summer, and obviously it's not summer, if you can see. Now moving on to the cars itself. This is my Exceed RC Sunfire. A lot has happened to this. This is pretty much, this is one of the oldest ones that I have right here. One of my very first ones. And if you just check the playlist, you can follow the story behind it. I did a few conversions to it, and eventually it's just turned into this road racer kind of thing. With I got the body on there was from NitroRCX.com, and those wheels and tires are for the Slash. I believe it's the Robbie Gordon edition or whatever. Anyway, speaking of the Slash, this is my Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive brushed edition. Well, it's not brushed anymore. I bought it at my local hobby shop. It was my very first Traxxas car. I got the Proline Badlands SCs on the back and the Trencher SCs at the front. For the power system, I have the Castle Creations Sidewinder SCT combo in there, and as well as a Savox SC1258TG, I believe it is. Very fast and very powerful. I have it connected up to my very trusty FlySky FSGT3B, hopefully, if the camera focuses. There we go. So the FSGT3B. Bought it on NitroRCX.com for under $40, and it's got a 10 model memory, drop down wheel, 3rd channel, all that good stuff. Really good value right there. So I believe Hobby King has something similar to it. And speaking of Hobby King, here's my Turnigy, my Turnigy Desert Buggy, 10 scale Desert Buggy based on a short course truck. It's kind of like the associated SC10B or whatever. Currently it's got no motor in it or ESC, because the motor and ESC lasted less than one run. So I'm in the process of getting some a credit or replacement motor and ESC for this, and it's coming in the mail. So, not much going on right there. It's still all stock, except for the suspension settings. I tweaked those a bit. Tires, I'm probably not going to change this car at all. I just wanted some, because I think it's fine the way it is. Over here, I've got my Traxxas Rustler, and that body on there is the Pro Graphics body. I believe I got it on eBay somewhere, I think. Let me just get the camera to focus. There we go. Got the 2.8-inch trenchers all around. If you want to do this, you have to be careful because the fronts and the rears, you need to have them at different offsets. So, see that? Let me get the camera. Sorry about the shakiness. There we go. Get the camera to focus there. And they're different offsets. So, just be careful about that if you want to do it. I built this car from scratch during last summer. So, yeah, I built this car from scratch. So, saved a few dollars, but really should have just bought the ready-to-run version. But in here, got the Castle Sidewinder 3, very fast and powerful. For the servo, I've got the Traxxas 2075, just the stock one, and it's also connected up to my FlySky FS GT3V. Moving on up here to the top, I've got my Exceed RC Infinitive project. This is the very first car that I had. This is not I believe this is the original Infinitive chassis, I think. I'm not sure exactly. It got mixed up in a big heap of stuff. But I have a third chassis back there underneath the table, and I could put a bunch of parts together and just buy some extra parts to put it together, but I really don't want to. I'll kind of just keep that for parts just in case this happens to any of these cars right here. I don't have to go on nitrorstx.com and order more stuff. So yeah, just keep in mind I could have a third car, but for some like maybe $20 more. But I really don't want to. So, in this thing, I've got a tack-on, I'm not sure, it's just a tack-on motor. To be quite honest, I'm probably going to, there's a motor in that box right there. I'm probably going to, and the ESC, I'm probably going to take the ESC, put it in this guy, because for that motor that's in there, it really needs a bigger ESC, because there's only 35 amp ESC, and this has 120 amp ESC, so I'm probably just going to switch the two, because this motor doesn't draw 35 amps or more, so I'm probably just going to leave it like that. So not much going on right here. Pretty fast, 5900 kV, I think, so very, very fast. And the biggest one I have so far to date, biggest and loudest too, this is the Hobby King Nitro Circus Basher monster truck, under the new Basher brand name or whatever. And there's a ton of upgrades on this. I've got the stiffer front springs from Hobby King, the chassis braces in metal. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. The chassis braces in metal for underneath, the front and rear shock tower brace, Proline Big Joe 2s, and a Proline Chevrolet Silverado 2015 body. As well as I have the extended body posts for the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive right here and right here. I have lowered the body down quite a bit from the original height, and this right here is just a little wooden stand thing that I made myself to fit on, to be able to put this car up on the shelf. So yeah, that's it for the RCs, and I've got a few more remotes right here. That's just the stock one, that's the Traxxas stock one or whatever, the TQI. I already covered this. Yeah, that's where I sleep. That's my bed. Moving on over here to my helicopters area or whatever, I got the Syma S33 Chinook helicopter. Not Chinook, S33, just helicopter, coaxial. I'm probably not going to get like more advanced into the helicopter world anytime soon. Just focusing on the land right now. But I might do a video showing how I mounted my GoPro on there, but because I didn't use the case, I just used some string, and yeah, it worked perfectly fine. So right there, I've got like the really old double horse 9116 helicopter. It's kind of funny because on the remote it says Shanguma or whatever, and in Chinese that means double horse. So I think I know where that was made. And over here I've got my Syma S34 Chinook helicopter. That one is a 4-channel fixed pitch. That's, you know, not very good, but it's not a very good helicopter. That's the 3-channel, so I don't really crash any of these. I don't crash that one either. Down here I've got my Nano QX from Blade, and over here I've got the Hoopson X4. This is pretty much the QR1. I got a few batteries for there, and as you can see, and right here got a few batteries for this too, and I'm able to charge both of those mini quads on my Hi-Tech X1. So that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and give you a spin around right here. That's not an RC plane. In case you're wondering what that is, it's a lamp. Don't worry. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for all that stuff coming in the future, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye for now.